The meeting of the Franklin Township Environmental Commission is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. Meeting of December 15th was included on the list of meetings notice, sent, advertised in local newspapers, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, posted on the municipal website, information to be posted as required notice under statute. In addition, a copy of this notice has been available to the public and is on file in the office of the municipal clerk. Okay, that's the opening statement. We'll do the roll call. Walter?
Here.
Arnold?
Here.
Easy?
Yeah.
Marie is not here. Robin's not here. Andrew?
Who?
Oh, no, Arnold Smith. Okay, Andrew. I had Andrew said, okay. Ted? Here. Ellen?
Present.
Stan?
Present.
I think that's everybody. I got everybody. And me. Okay. Robin's absent. And I don't know if you all know, but Ed Potosnik lost his mother this week. Yeah,
Councilmember Potasnik.
yeah, she, I think the funeral was Friday. So I have a little bit of a chair report. It's mainly discussing what's going on with site plans that we have worked on. The court appeal process of the B9 application continues. On Thursday, December 18th, Judge Menon has scheduled a case management meeting to discuss the conditions and the positions of the township and the applicant. Another one. The application to construct a mosque on South Middlebush Road has run into difficulty. The application does not match the more expansive description on the website. The application says that only Friday services would be held, but the website describes a full schedule of school and weekday activities. This would change the traffic study and the parking, etc. The application needs to be redone, or the website needs to change. And that's not good.
I have a question for you on that.
Yeah.
Is when you say the website,
Their website, they have a website,
what does their application say?
just that they have Friday services.
Okay.
And this one talks about weekday school and meetings and all the stuff you would expect. But the application doesn't do any of that.
But it's their application that matters.
But the planning board said it's confusing. The application isn't accurate if the website is accurate.
Let's put it this way, it's suspicious if you have advertisement like this, even though it's not part of the application, but it's part of due diligence.
Yes,
for
yeah.
the planning board.
Sure.
They've seen, hey, you are advertising this and you are telling us that.
That's
right?
exactly what happened, yeah.
So,
The other one that I was going to mention is the Ukrainian church application to subdivide Davidson Easton Avenue lot to construct a warehouse. The parishioners are opposed to it. And
Which one is this?
the Ukrainian church.
Oh, yeah.
The congregants are not in favor of it, and they've been turning out in big numbers to oppose it. So the leadership wants the money to redo this, make a new cultural center, that kind of thing. I don't know where that's going. Also, I want to wish the commission members and volunteer a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will be back in Franklin on January 20th. I also want to thank the Commission for voting me onto the Open Space Advisory Committee. I'm looking forward to doing that.
Excellent.
Since Robin's vacated and I've noted that two other commission chairmen are on the open space also. So it makes sense that we have somebody there. So that's my opening remarks. Next would be approval of the minutes from December 1st.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Second.
Any changes, modifications?
I just, there was probably misunderstanding of my report about the inspection of the stream cleanups. When I said that there is a garbage within 20 feet of any road, I made roads, not just crossings.
Okay.
Because crossing would look like we have garbage only during crossings, but it's everywhere.
But it's crossings where we clean up.
No.
Well, I mean, in the sense that we're doing stream cleanups.
Yes.
So the garbage from any road is, we clean up when it's at a stream crossing.
Yes, yes. My message was that when I inspect cleanliness, I noticed that around all roads
Yeah.
is garbage, and that's what I wanted to say. Even though for the purposes of stream cleanup, it's kind of unrelated.
Yeah.
But,
Well, it's also because when you have a stream, then you have some natural habitat on either side of it. And that's where people throw things, not onto people's lawns.
mhm.
Land that looks like nobody is watching over it is where garbage is thrown. Well,
This is nuance.
this is nuance, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can change it to say,
I'd like to hear more.
Okay.
Okay, so with that modification, look for a motion to accept the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment, we can,
Motion to open to the public?
all in favor?
Aye.
Do you have anything you want to say? No.
Motion to close to the public?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I don't have any correspondence. I didn't go into the mailroom. I still, for 8 months, I've been trying to get a key to our mailbox. So I come to the gate, the clerks, and they all know me by now. And they say, no, we don't have the key. Anne Marie says, no, we don't have the key. So they open the box for me and see what's there. I didn't do that with this weather today.
Oh, that's okay.
So, Dee, do you have any correspondence?
I don't have any correspondence either.
Okay. Site plan, you did give me one to review. Was that last time or this time?
That was the last time. This time I didn't give you any to review because I knew you were sick, so Ted reviewed
Oh, okay.
the one that you did
if you
before.
had already reviewed it before.
You reviewed it before, yeah. It's due to Davidson, right?
Oh, that one, I did
Which one
that.
did you do?
I did
The
Davidson.
one on Howard Avenue, it's
Oh, that's different.
653
Okay.
something.
Oh, you did 655. Okay, hang on. Give me 1 second here. Davidson. Oh, did I give you one to review this time, Paul?
You gave me.
Oh, I did give you one this time.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was-
Davidson.
I gave you a little.
You're
write-up.
up. Okay, I got your report. You're up. I have the map up for Davidson to start. So
Okay.
we have a few site plans. We haven't had site plans in a while, but this time we have a few resubmissions. So this is the Davidson properties that Paul was doing.
5:30, I
Yep.
think, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. I looked at what we had said last time, and I read over the environmental thing. And lo and behold, they put in no idling signs, and they put in a bike rack. So that was something that wasn't there originally. The lot is very narrow, as I remember.
I'll show it in 1 second. I'm just gonna get
Yeah.
the previous memo up
Yeah.
so that we can know what we're looking at here. Yeah, this one. Let me just get the memo up. The last time it was July. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, it's a very narrow lot. 230.
that's the lot.
Yeah.
Total.
Our first comment was about buffering, that there should be some buffering. In reality, there was no room for a buffer. But they've moved the boundary of the building about 2 feet inward. So now there's a little strip. Whether you can get trees in there, I doubt it. But you could get shrubs and those kinds of things. So that's what I changed the memo to say that. But it's really, there's not a lot of room.
Okay, so we got buffering, okay.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. That's what it says. Okay.
That's what you said, yeah.
And I said, keep the solar recommendation and the tree commendation stays attached. But it's really not practical in this, with a 2-foot spread, trees are gonna not really survive.
Build a 20-foot wall.
For a buffer,
So
I mean,
your
it's
only
all-
major comment is really you would like to see more buffering in that area.
right. I mean, we keep saying it, but practically, I think they do what they can do.
So no more buffering, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Besides what, well, I remember going and looking at this property and saying, when you consider what's next door, why bother with buffering?
Yes.
It's a parking lot, essentially.
Yeah, well, there's a parking lot on one side and there's a similar establishment on the other side.
Yes, yeah.
A big shed and,
That's why I made the comment that I did. It's really not, you know.
but the anti-idling signs and the bike racks
That's
has been added
That's
in.
been added in, yeah.
You wanna keep the recommendation in about the solar or
Yeah.
green roof?
Yeah, what do we
should
got to-
stay.
That doesn't do anything, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay, and then,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, there was only 5 recommendations.
Yeah,
and I-
because
and
they, I
approved
couldn't
them.
remember, so they're under the impervious coverage allowance, so
yeah.
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 Okay, so that's Davidson resubmission. This is, I think, the third resubmission on
It
this.
is.
All right, so thank you, thanks, Paul. Ted, do you want to do the one that you did, 655 Ms. LLC? I'm gonna get it up on the map now. So if you want to talk about what you remember while I wait
this
here.
again was the second round, I think.
Yeah,
And my main, and they did submit a long letter commenting on all of the comments that had been made, mainly by the engineer and some by Mark Healy and some by us. They said that they have charging stations and no idling signs, but I could not see them on the plans.
huh. Okay,
And the no idling signs, I mean, there's no, you can't miss, I mean.
this was the previous memo that we had to them, okay. Let me get this up on the map, 655 Howard Avenue, okay, that's why it's coming up weird. Okay, 665 Howard.
That's not right, that says Washington, New Jersey.
Yeah, because it's 665 Howard Avenue. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's a slightly strange property. There's an existing building surrounded by pavement.
Right.
And then this odd tail off to the east, which they're not making any use of. And one of the questions, and you can see here that some of it looks like a gravel area, but they were rather vague about whether it had impervious surface, and the engineer commented that it was not clear whether that tail was included in the impervious surface assessment. Well, they're proposing to put in a lot of what they want to do is have an addition on the front just to sort of increase the warehouse size. But where you see those trucks now, they're going to have lawn and some trees planted there. This is a property that is actually going to get under 60% impervious. And there will be car parking off at the lower left corner as we see it here on the screen, and trees there. So there was some, not entirely clear how many trees they have. I guess in an earlier version they had 40, and they were bugged about that. And I think they now have 47, but I wasn't going to count them all.
Okay. Oh yeah, our comment in the last one, the plans are unclear as to how many trees are proposed for removal and replacement. So you feel like they detailed that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They say that they have 47. I did not count them, I admit, but I sort of commented that they really ought to remove the impervious surface in the tail lot. The plan does not propose removal of any trees, because in the main lot there are no trees. There was nothing but pavement, so they're actually reducing the amount of pavement a fair amount, and the addition would be where there is now pavement. So
Are they going to just, on that little bump out in the lower left-hand corner, are they just going to extend that bump out there?
This here, you mean?
Yeah.
Where are they putting the extension?
Yeah,
Here,
that's
or is
what-
it on front here?
wondering where the
The
extension-
No,
addition?
it's, well, on what's the left side of the main building and further up,
Like here?
you know,
Okay.
well, from there up to the top. of
From here up to the top.
Existing
Okay.
building is about where
Got it.
the addition. So, and then they'll have a very narrow bioretention basin running along the front of all of that. And
So are there gonna be docking stations on the left side?
there'll be some docking stations on the left side. I guess the extension won't go quite as far up as the building that you see, and they will have some docking space up at that end of the the addition.
So in the previous memo, just to be sure everything, so we had recommended the solar warehouse. Did they, or not recommended, they were required to do the solar warehouse. Did you remember
I think
seeing
there
that?
was something. I'm trying to. It seems to me I had seen something about Mark saying that at most they could be asked for solar ready for the addition.
Oh, because I think
Not
at the
on the
time,
existing
oh, so the
building.
addition, even though they're adding it to the existing building.
You know,
Okay, all right. The EV charging stations, you're saying that Mark is saying that they're on the plan, but you couldn't find them that well.
no, their engineer's letter says
Oh,
that
says it's
they
there.
have them.
Got it. Okay, so I'll double
He's
check that.
pretty vague about it. So I
Okay.
kind of suspect they're not there on.
Double
at least
check
they're
it.
not there on the plan.
What about anti-idling signage? Did you see
Well,
any?
there were no anti-idling signs shown. It
Okay,
would be very easy to show where those would be, where the
base.
okay.
loading bays are. So-
All right. And the trees they addressed, and
And I have a concern about the detention basin and the trees, whether all of the trees that they propose there, like tupelos and just ordinary red maples, if you have a detention basin, it assumes that it fills up with water some of the time, and some trees can stand the roots going anaerobic for 48 hours or more, and some can't. It's just, so they should check whether their trees are all good for having wet feet. And it was going to be absolutely crowded. I would suggest that they plant more, reduce the number of trees in the basin and plant some out in the tail of lot.
okay.
Increase the forestation of that, and the aerial seems to show very few trees on it.
Okay.
Ed, did you say that they plan on planting trees in the basin?
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
and what kind of trees?
Well, I remember they had red maple and they had tupelo. I don't,
I think willow would be
yeah.
more correct for something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We can make that comment in there though, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think there are too many trees and they're not really adapted for planting in a basin.
Right. Okay.
And one of I expanded a little bit by saying, yeah, the rules say that the basin has to be empty by the end of 72 hours. But with the way climate change is going, we can't assume that
Right.
this can always be the
You're right.
case.
You're right. All right. Thank you, Ted. I think that
That's
I got your.
basically what I said. I think it's all in the account there.
I have actually a comment, and this is something along the lines of being added to our checklist, because as we are facing the high electricity prices, one of the priorities for the new governor will be solar energy plus energy storage. And I think what we should include in the recommendation, every time check in whether they have a backup generator, and in lieu of backup generator, we would rather recommend that they have energy storage the battery energy storage, and coupled with the solar. Because when you have both, then it works as a backup generator.
Yeah,
And it's clean generator. And while backup generator is idle, like doing nothing for most of the time, the batteries can be used to arbitrage peak and off peak, because now the distributed energy resources are legal, and they could potentially use the extra energy capacity to get extra revenue on the energy storage.
Okay.
So this would apply to any application from now on, I would suggest.
Okay. Yeah. So what we can do is we can write up a blurb for it. Do you want to like write up the blurb, or you want me to write it up and share it with you and see what you think?
What do you think?
It's up to you. I mean, if you feel like you know off the top of your head exactly what you want written, then, or I can, you know.
I can draft something.
Okay, just like a sentence or two. And then we can put it in our list of blurbs, and then that's what we use when we put together our
We put it on the
reports.
checklist.
And we'll put it on the checklist. Yep. Cool. That works. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think that's a really good point. We have one more.
Oh,
Hold on one second. I'm just writing something here on my list. Okay, so easy. This one's yours. 339 Elizabeth Avenue.
Yeah.
the gas station.
Yes. Did you send me did you do the green land development? Or
Yeah.
did you just, okay, I can't, or you didn't just send me just the email, right?
No, I sent you
Okay.
a Word document.
Alrighty. What's the name of it? Sing and Cower. Yep.
Yeah.
I must not have saved it yet. All right. Bear with me for one sec. All right. I just saw you come up there too.
Yeah, my name's in there.
And I saw, here it is. Is this it from Easy? Yes. Okay. All right. So this is,
Yeah,
339 Elizabeth Ave.
That's a resubmission. If you go to page,
Again, another one.
Yeah, can you go scroll down if you don't mind?
Yeah.
yeah,
There, it's a conversion. So it's a gas station. They have an existing maintenance garage, but they now want to convert it into a convenience store. So they're trying to do a lot of cleanup and some of stuff around it. So some landscaping, some signages, EV charging station. They're asking for a C1, C2 variance, and I think that's all taken care of. But I think based on Tara's memo, there were 3 things we asked him to do. We asked him to plant native trees, LED lighting, and one more thing I forget.
Let me go to the previous memo. Sing and Cower. That's what
Is this the one on Elizabeth Avenue?
yeah.
It's a
By
blue
Cedar- by
triangle.
Cedar?
Yes.
Cedar,
So we had, LED lighting should be used where feasible for all outdoor lighting. They should be shielded down. We recommend native and or pollinator species for the proposed shrubs, and that they provide a list of amendments to us. So it was just those 2 comments. So the LED lighting, did you
They
say
have done the
it?
LED, so if you go to page number 2,
Okay.
Of my report.
Yep.
so they have put the LED lighting.
Okay.
This company called Halophane, and they're using it well. In terms of planting schedule, they have demonstrated they're putting up the shrubs, but only 4 of the 7 are native to New Jersey. The rest aren't. So in my recommendations, I give them a link to a site where it talks about what species are native to New Jersey, and hopefully they will try to accommodate that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's.
That's my recommendation.
Awesome. Any other comments or no? Oh, and
Just as an
Jim.
aside, they were in front of the planning board last Wednesday,
Yep.
and I was at the meeting, the hearing, and they got a real rough time in front of the planning board last week. It did not go well for them, although they're scheduling another meeting for, I think, February, I think.
May I know why?
Pardon me?
Why?
It is a mess.
Dirtiest gas station I've ever seen in my life.
Danielson was there, right? Danielson was there as
Yeah,
well.
Joe was there, and
Yeah.
he stood up and he gave a lot of comments. He lives in the neighborhood on one side, and his business office is on Elizabeth Avenue, pretty much across the street. But Mark Healy was asking questions of, I think it was the planner, pretty simple questions. Well, the planner asked, made statements, and Mark asked him questions about his statements, and the guy couldn't back up the statements that he made about the site.
It's a mess. There's all sorts of abandoned cars and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of,
Well, I mean, that can be cleaned up, but they just weren't answering questions, simple questions that were being asked of them. Although, I was looking at it, I was thinking, there's new houses right behind it.
right behind
They're nice new residential houses. And a comment was made about how the house right next door behind it wouldn't like having that convenience store there. And to me, if I lived there, I would rather have a convenience store than an auto mechanic shop where you have power drills and everything going off and on. And if you want to go at 10 o'clock at night to get a snack, you can go right next door. But those are just minor reasons there. But there was just a lot of pushback from the planning board. And I think the applicant's going to have to do a lot better in the next hearing.
Zoning board.
I think you mean the zoning
You're
board.
right, it was the zoning board, I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, it
I
was.
didn't remember that.
No, it was the zoning board, because Bob was the chair, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
Yeah, there was opposition from the board itself.
Yeah, I mean, they had cars lined up on Cedar, on the sidewalk, on the road, and they now have entrances and exits on that side, but they're going to have only entrances and exits on Elizabeth Avenue. It's a small plot.
very small.
And they're trying to squeeze stuff in there. It's already, I guess it's zoned for residential.
That's the difference. Yeah.
Right. And they're,
Yeah, my biggest concern is a small place, and if people are going to mess it up more, it's going to be so disgustingly dirty.
well, I think that was one of the things that was brought up, was that it is a mess. The current owner's been there for, I think, 12 years, and they haven't cleaned it up. So they were saying, well, what makes you think that they're going to clean it up if they, what makes you think they're going to clean it up if they change to retail?
Right. Yeah,
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Since this is a gas station that they're refurbishing to a convenience store.
Not the gas station entirely.
Oh.
There's a
So
room
is the
behind
gas
it.
station still going
Yeah,
to
yes,
function?
it's still
Oh, okay,
functional.
because I was wondering if they had to
No.
decommission,
No.
the fuel tank, the underground.
They would have to if they were, but they're keeping the
Right.
gas
Yeah,
station.
I just wanted, because, you don't abandon in place.
Of
You have
course.
to yank the tank.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yep.
Been there, done that.
And they didn't have enough parking places also. They were
Oh.
way below the amount of
Yeah.
parking places that were required.
That's it for site plan, unless anyone has
Okay.
any. Awesome, thank you. That
Okay.
wasn't too bad, right?
I just want to observe that, with the concern about flooding and climate change, maybe on our checklist, we should have them say, you ask the question, is this part of a flood zone?
We do. That is on our checklist.
It is on
It
there.
is. We review the maps for flood prone areas and yes.
And they address that, yes or no?
If they're in a flood zone, they have to address it with engineering. So engineering will do the stormwater the calculations of what needs to be done. But on our checklist, that's one of the items, is it in a
Oh,
flood
okay.
zone? Yep, and yeah, we do look at that.
That one probably was not, or
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
ANJAC seems to think that Environmental Commission should be reviewing all of the stormwater stuff.
I know,
We
yeah.
don't get it, it just.
We don't, it really just goes to our engineer and
Yeah.
they make sure the calculations are correct. We have looked at stormwater reports in the past. Some of them are super lengthy, some are easy, and it's like, we could absolutely make recommendations on them if we want, but our engineer is one who does all the verifying of the calculations and that the rules are being followed, so we kind of like defer to them for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're up to new business. And I see the item which was mentioned last meeting about a commissioner emeritus committee.
Yeah, so Robin brought up at the last meeting, and we didn't get into it in a lot of detail because we didn't have a lot of people here. But what her thought was, and I think it's a good one too, is to make a committee, like we have like the site plan committee, and we have basically like one of our volunteer committees, so it wouldn't be appointed commissioners anymore, but commissioners that have served in the past,
Right.
and maybe they only meet a few times a year, to kind of like go over, you know, for advisory, or even just to kind of like keep them as ambassadors of the EC. So we meet with them, give them, maybe like present the annual report to them. If we have a project that we like are looking for guidance or help or thoughts on, we can, you know, and it's not like they are going to meet at a, you know, designated intervals. It's like when we need them or when we would like to present it to them, like probably once a year maybe. So that was her idea. I thought it was a good one, you know,
Okay.
but.
And if we're gonna get into some of these other things like Green Building Council, we're gonna need help.
And I think that these members can still attend regular meetings. They would just not be counted as a
Right, they can't vote, but.
Correct. Yes.
in any capacity,
No.
even as a backup quorum. So.
No, I mean they'd have to be part of the public session. Like they could, they'd have to follow the same rules as like public
Yeah.
members.
Yeah, you mean that one. So
Yeah.
So, do we need a motion to do that?
Well, I figure we just put it on for discussion. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone feels the same, that they would like to proceed with that or not.
So would this include people from the past, like,
It's
Dave
only people,
Triggs?
yeah,
Yes,
only people
yes.
from the past.
Okay.
And we could ask who, it's not, I don't think that she meant opening it up. I mean, we could send it to every past environmental commissioner that we know and see who's interested. Or we could ask a few people that have been, you know, that we are interested in maybe serving on this committee.
Yeah.
You know, how we go about it is really up to you guys.
would that committee have access to room here?
Oh yeah, they could meet here. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I mean, from my perspective, I don't think it really matters so much. Like, say Robin was a commissioner emeritus and she came to a meeting. As soon as next year starts, so she can actually come to any meeting. I don't think that they're all going to sit at the table with us, with the current commissioners. Like, just like, I mean, Jenny sits there, same kind of thing. But when we have, like, say when Jenny works on a project and she volunteers on something, like, you know, she can come use this meeting, we can help her so same kind of thing. I think that's how it would work.
It would be a subcommittee of the commission.
Correct, yes. Yep.
I was envisioning that that person would have a little bit higher level of, say, than public.
Well, that we don't really have like a mechanism for that, like in terms of like our ordinance. So it's like we don't really have a way to have someone be like in, but you know. So here's one thing. Let me back up. We could recommend changing our ordinance to have someone be kind of like a commissioner emeritus can be kind of like an advisor role, right? And that they're a non-voting member, but they're like appointed and all that. But we have to change the ordinance to do that, which is not a big deal, but it takes time. An emeritus can also just be a subcommittee of this committee, which we are allowed to appoint, or you know, on our own without going through the council appointing them as a volunteer.
That's the
As a
easier way.
public volunteer,
That's the easier way to do it.
Yeah.
No.
But not that we can't do it the other way. I mean, you know.
Fair enough.
I had, maybe this is just my impression, she felt that she was thinking of the retired commissioners having their own little separate meetings to discuss recommendations, more general recommendations.
Right.
And
Right. That's how I thought of it too. But the way I took it was like, they're not going to meet regularly. You didn't get that impression, right?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So it would really be
As often as they felt.
Right.
They can meet also virtually, technically.
Oh yeah, they could meet virtually. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's no ordinance saying what they have to do.
But one thing I will say, so say we wanted them to help out with this lead project, right? A commissioner and myself or a commissioner, we can't just they are going to need to understand why they're meeting. So someone is going to have to be there to present to them, to talk to them. So it might require one of us or a few of us,
To be at the meeting. to be,
Right,
to be
right,
like the,
right,
the liaison.
correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not a bad idea, and we will need help if we're gonna do this, and this is a good way to do it. And keep them involved, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to think about it more, if you want to talk about maybe like trying to form the committee. If so, I just kind of need direction on, do you want me to try and like get the names of everyone that was on the commission up until like a certain time and reach out to everyone? Do we want to talk about specific people, or do you want to send me your recommendations for specific people? I'm not sure,
Well, when I send the minutes to, when I remember, I'm a bit behind on it too. I think now 7 former commissioners.
Oh, great. So you have a good list going. Okay. That's good.
Who's on your list?
Well, Dave Triggs, of course, and Diane, Mary Lauco,
Okay.
he was on the commission.
Okay.
Well, Rezwan,
Oh, red one, yeah, I know her.
Okay.
Johnny, Jenny,
Christian.
Kirshner, yeah. I'm
Okay.
having trouble remembering the last name. Let's see, there's 5, who else? Seal McIver, who
Seal,
obviously couldn't participate, but might send advice.
Yeah, you could. So you got those 7. You got Robin and Jessica.
That's the two I was thinking.
Yeah, and then,
Those are 2.
well, Jessica, yeah. Jessica was the seventh.
I think you've got a committee.
Yeah.
I think we didn't know it, but we actually have a committee.
Yeah.
Well, if they're functioning, yeah.
If they function,
Well, it depends how interested they are
That's
able
the
to be.
key.
I haven't heard much back from them.
well, when you send the minutes out to them this time, you might put an inquiry in with the 7. Are they interested in doing?
Yeah,
doing
oh,
this?
yeah.
I think that's the way to handle it. And see what kind of response we get.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I mean, just because we say, hey, it would be good, they may not,
Right.
So I guess so you want us to move forward? Ted and I
Yeah.
can work on this
Yeah.
together,
Yeah, see what
moving
happens.
forward, and
Yeah.
see what
Yeah.
happens. Everyone agrees?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I
It
would
needs a
say,
motion, just,
if they agree to be on that emeritus committee, then
we'll do a motion and do it formally.
and we can have them listed as a committee on our website.
Sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Kind of acknowledgement that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could do that.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, so B is the meeting calendar, which you gave to everybody.
So here's the thing. I'm glad, Stan, that you recognize this. I thought that we approved this meeting calendar. We did not approve the meeting
No.
calendar. So we have to go through it now. Now, if you look at the meeting calendar, I'm going to put it on the screen. There are some you'll see that I'm like, we need to change this. We need to look at this. So I want to go through that so we can post it. January 5th would be our only meeting in January because of Martin Luther King Day. So in the past, we've only been meeting once in January. That's what we've been doing. We can look into the following week of January after Martin Luther King Day if you want, or we can just stick to the January 5th.
Well, now's a good time to discuss another thing. I'm not going to be here January 5th. I'll be in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Me
So
too.
we should have I'll be back January 20th.
Me too.
I'm back on 20th too from India. I'm going to India.
You're going to India?
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Okay.
So we will need a co-chairman, a vice chair to run the meeting. And my recommendation, after some consultation, is to have Stan become the vice chair. And I don't know if we need a motion to do that. I think we do.
That we would need a motion for,
Okay.
yes. Yes, that we would need a motion
As
for.
chairman, I'll use my prerogative to introduce a motion to nominate and elect Stan as the vice chair.
I'll second that.
Look at this.
And all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so Stan, you're now designated as the vice chair.
Congratulations, Stan.
Congratulations.
My privilege to serve as a vice chair.
This was a good place to put it.
Yes,
Athletic.
and now you'll run the next meeting, which is on January 5th, apparently. So, yes, good job.
You have my phone number, you got my email, anything you want in between, You know how to get hold of me.
Tara, can you send me the kind of the script?
Sure,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. You need that opening statement, which I didn't have this time either.
Yeah, I'll get everything ready for you.
Good, good.
So January 5th then, or we just want to keep the January 5th?
You might as well.
But
Yeah,
but Easy won't be here, you won't be
Right,
here.
but you'll still have 5.
What's difficult about January, and this is another difficulty, is that sometimes our first meeting date would be before the council reorganization meeting, and
Right.
we really can't meet before that, because that's when people are appointed.
Right, you're right.
So,
And aren't people, if they're not appointed, don't they just keep their slots until they're unappointed, or?
Well, you have to be sworn in each year, right?
well, and if you're having
Terms
a
expire, and then you get, yeah.
person like Vaughn,
Yeah, I guess it does say it expires at a certain date.
It's the end of the year,
Yeah,
January. When are they, why can't I get in here? Do you know when the next meeting is, Ted, off the top of your head?
that I don't know when.
I saw
I
some.
was trying to find out. That's what I was juggling, when I was coming back. But,
Oh, they don't have the dates on there yet.
You know, we could solve things by having the one meeting be later in.
We could do that too. Let me just
Well,
check
that
one
would be-
thing, because I think Anne Marie might have sent.
The 26th would be pretty late, but you would be back.
yeah, or you could do it on the
Oh, wait, hold
12th,
on. 2025 Township meeting schedule. Hold on. I have it right here, so I'll tell you. January 3rd is the first meeting.
That
So
doesn't
technically,
make sense.
yeah, they
That's
do.
Saturday, that's 2025. You
No,
need
they meet on
26.
Saturday, January 3rd.
Really?
They've met on a Saturday before too, yeah. Say Saturday. 1 o'clock. That's
So-
the reorg.
So
Because when it's after an election, so
Yeah.
even though in this case it's all the same people, but they make more of a thing of it in an even
Right,
numbered
yeah.
year after
Right.
the election and an odd
Then-
numbered year.
Then we are good on 5th.
So on the 5th, and then the 5th
We could
only.
meet on the 5th.
Okay. So let's keep it as the 5th then, and
Okay.
nothing else. That works for
Right.
everybody?
Yep.
All right, so that's fine. February, there's a change here for everyone to notice. So we're gonna meet on the 2nd and the 23rd. So the 19th, I guess, is when we would normally, no, 16th
the 16th.
is when we would normally meet, but that's President's Day.
So we've done this before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we're all good until July, but I just want to let everyone know I won't be here on July 6th. You can still meet without me, of course.
Yes.
So we're going in February, we're going the last Monday in February, and then a week later, we're meeting again in March.
We don't, yes, now if you only want to meet once in February, that's your prerogative. You don't have to meet twice in February, but I just moved it to the following one because that's what we've done, that's what we did in the past.
And we've done that before, where you get the last one and then the next week. It's happened.
So July, then we're all normal through July. July 6th, I won't be here though, just so everyone's aware. Then in September is where we have some issues. So September 7th is supposed to be our first meeting, but that's Labor Day. So I kept all these dates up here for a reason. September 21st is Yom Kippur,
So I won't be there for that.
right?
Yeah.
September 28th is a potential meeting date that we could use, but then we run into again what Arnie said before, which is we meet the 28th, and then we're going to end up meeting 1 week later on October 5th. So what are you guys' thoughts? We can't meet on September 7th because it's Labor Day.
What we have done before is August 31st.
What happened to the 14th
I was wondering.
The
of
14th
September?
is just the second, I didn't list all the dates down. We could do the 14th, but that's the second.
You
I
better
wouldn't
check
be-
whether some other committee
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
meeting in
yeah,
this room then.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be at the-
Sitting
I wouldn't be
advisory
at the
board of
14th.
health.
And Arnie won't be there.
right.
Okay, that's a JFK.
Yeah, so the second,
That's the, yeah.
the
that's
second
the-
Monday typically is bad. It usually doesn't work.
Yeah.
The 21st is our normal meeting, but that's Yom Kippur.
Right.
So, but that's our normal meeting date.
Yep.
So, now the 28th, that's the fourth Monday. We could do that if you want to meet twice in September, or we can just meet once in September on the 21st.
You know, I'm thinking that depending on what we have to do, we can make that decision in September.
We can, but I have to advertise it,
Ah.
Anne Marie. So we can advertise
It's much easier
the 2 dates
to
and cancel.
schedule
Yeah.
and then cancel.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we can advertise the 21st and 28th, and then even at that meeting of the 21st, if we decide there's no reason to meet on the 28th, I can cancel it.
yeah, yeah,
So do you want to do that? So
Yeah.
we'll just advertise, so let me take that off, okay.
right.
So, August 31st is not good, or?
August 30, instead of what? Instead
Instead
of,
of 7th, we have done it before because it's 5th week and nobody will schedule anything there.
so we can do that. I don't know how everyone's vacation
Yeah.
schedule works, and then we have 3 meetings in August. So we would normally not meet 3 times.
Yeah.
We have done that, though,
We have,
Yeah.
we have.
and they would still be 2 weeks apart.
They would still be 2 weeks apart. But do you want to meet 3 times in August is the
Not
question.
really.
I don't. Like, I do not.
It's only a number, because if we are not meeting on September 7th, then it's...
It is, but
Yeah.
it's August, Dan. That's like fun time.
No,
That's time for fun.
it's a real, well, it's only in the evening of a couple of hours. It's
Well, we can schedule it and cancel it.
If you want, we could put it on the schedule and we can cancel it.
We can be
actually
flexible
do
if we
that.
need to be.
Yeah. Do you want me to add it in as a potential meeting date? August 31st,
I would definitely...
Oh, August 31st.
2026.
And
And then not meet again.
You're making me happy, okay?
All right. Thinking about it that you're making me unhappy. Keep that in your mind.
But
The new vice chair is wielding his
Oh
power.
my goodness, already.
Got to his head already.
Seriously, he's like making us work in the last day of the summer.
I think this might be a coup, as a matter of
Oh,
fact.
no. All right, no, but Ted is right. It's a lot easier to cancel it than to, if we wanted to schedule it, then we have to
Right.
go through. So
Last
we'll
minute.
put it on and we'll decide in August. If for some reason it's super slow and we don't want to meet, we won't.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. So then we're normal through October, November, December.
right.
Can you just show me April again?
Yes. April 6th and 20th.
Yep, that's straightforward.
I probably won't be here on the 20th, but
How do you know what to do in April?
I know.
when is
I'll be out of the
Easter?
country at the end of
I
the day.
Traveling.
forgetting.
Easter is, when is
Usually I don't
Easter?
either, but that's.
April 5th.
It's an 80th birthday.
Oh, so that's Monday after, that's Easter Monday.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't matter.
He's talking about Italy.
I didn't even know it was a thing, yeah.
I have no clue.
So can we vote and approve this schedule and then I can post it with Anne Marie?
Did
and
we
she-
finish all months?
We did, so then moving forward is right after September, it's our normal schedule, first and third Monday. No changes there.
Have they set Franklin Day yet?
Not that I know of, no.
I have to bring in cookies or something on
Well, it will
October
be
19th.
Saturday anyway.
Really?
October 19th is my birthday.
Oh,
October 19th.
aw,
85, that'll be a big one.
good for you. Wow. That's great. We gotta remember
A
that, guys.
requirement I didn't know about when I got on the commission, that on your birthday you have to bring cookies.
You're supposed to bring cookies for everybody else.
A minimum.
Have the cookies.
Thank you.
My birthday, but
Oh,
today.
yes, Easy brought cookies, guys, for everybody, if you're
I said
interested.
that's what, that's
Let me
right.
just
Is today Easy's birthday?
No, October
We did it
19th.
just for fun.
make a little bit blurb on why am I advocating for August 31st, because we have events in September, including
You older than
that Franklin Day. And it's better for us to discuss it beforehand. So because if we don't have that one and have meeting on 21st and 28th, it's kind of too late for the Franklin
Yeah.
Day, because it's typically around that time.
That's okay. All right, so
I acknowledge that it's a summer. So
I get it. We're good. We're good, Stan.
I consider that one as well.
Okay, do we need a motion to,
Motion to
Motion to
approve the
accept the
2026 meeting schedule.
Also,
all in favor?
I
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. Excellent.
Okay, we're up to C, potential partnership opportunities with the Lower Raritan Watershed Partnership.
So I met with Heather Fennick
Oh, yeah.
last week. I just want to get this up here because if I don't, I will forget to send it to her, and that will be bad. All right. I met with Heather Fennick last week because we talked at the ANJEC conference about she was interested in seeing if there was any way that she could kind of work with us. The Lower Raritan Watershed Partnership could work with us in advancing any of our projects, doing community engagement. Was there anything that maybe we could work on? So I talked to her specifically about this lead cities cohort and that there would definitely be some work involved there in terms of potentially education and outreach. I also talked about the stormwater utility because they actually helped New Brunswick create their stormwater utility. So they said that they can definitely put together some type of proposal about how they could help us with research, with marketing, with community education. So I told her, yes, please send us a proposal and we'll review it. So she said in the new year she'll send us a proposal. But I think in terms of how they can really, really help us is the stormwater utility because they've done it. And they've done it effectively. New Brunswick is up and running.
Would they be in a position to do feasibility study for us?
I think so, potentially. So she's kind of looking to see what resources they have. And she's going to send us a proposal. We can then review it. And, you know, we do have a budget. But if we don't have that money in our budget, that doesn't mean that we can't ask for money from planning or from other funds if it's a project for like a feasibility study or to pay, you know, if we're interested in that. So I
That was
did
gonna be
it.
my question. What, does this cost us anything?
They're putting a fee proposal together for us.
Okay.
Yep. So she's going to send it in, and when I have it, I'll share it with you, and we can see what they can offer in terms of their resources and what the fee is, and if it's something we're interested in pursuing or not. So, but I thought it was a really good conversation. I think it's always good to like have those conversations and see how they can help us, especially the stormwater utility. If that's something we're really interested in, kind of like even doing the feasibility study, they've done it with New Brunswick. So it's like they're a really good group to work with because they kind of can at least lead us in the right direction. So
Heather initiated the meeting?
we talked at ANJEC and then we connected and we had our meeting. Yep.
Good. Okay.
Because I spoke with her, I don't remember when it was. It was probably in summer, and it was after, don't recall the name. Another organization was asking us for funding.
Oh yeah, the other watershed group, Raritan Headwaters.
Yeah,
Yes,
Raritan
yes, yes.
Headwaters.
Yep.
And so I approached her, hey, why don't you give us proposal for something? So
Yeah.
that's probably it.
It worked. I mean, she's going to put together something, she said, hopefully in the new year. And then, you know, we can look at it. If it's like the whole thing is too big, we can ask to whittle it down, or maybe it's perfect the way it is. I don't know. So, yes. So I think we're all set there. So as soon as I have it, I'll fill you guys in.
What's going on?
Okay. V is lead. Leadership in our cities. It's an interesting idea. I know a little bit about it, but this is beyond what I've done many years ago. It's a lot of work. Is there an advantage for us? I think that's the question we need to really wrestle with. If we do this, what does Franklin Township gain?
Well, what did you think? So I couldn't attend that meeting,
Right.
so I figured you guys could kind of brief me on what it involves. Is there a fee? Like whatever you got.
There is a fee.
Okay.
There is a fee, and it's structured as a registration and then the certification.
Yes, yeah.
And the certification needs to be renewed every
Every 5 years, I think, or something. Yeah.
quite possibly 5 years.
It's $8,000.
$8,000 what you paid up front,
Yeah,
or?
yeah. And then there's another fee.
And what does that fee, like,
Well,
what does it cover?
It covers them reviewing your stuff that you submit. And they have a whole list of items that you can, it's just like Sustainable Jersey. But it's on a national scale.
It doesn't charge.
Oh.
That was I raised that point, remember, at the meeting, you know?
Raised that too.
What's the difference? It's national.
They don't have the funding probably from, like Sustainable Jersey has funding from PSE&G Foundation and
Right.
what's the other one?
PSC also helps here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, PSC&G is part of this.
So every 5 years, it's a recertification.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
have funding from Bank of America.
Oh, Bank of America, it wasn't PSG, it was Bank of America.
Bank of America.
Yeah, I knew there was funding from somewhere.
Yeah.
There's about 100 cities and towns have done this already. And two, in particular in Jersey, Woodbridge Township and Hoboken.
That's right.
So, the people we can talk to.
And what is interesting that Woodbridge is very well positioned in sustainable Jersey, so they
Yeah.
have,
Yes.
they have both.
Yes,
Now I don't know about Hoboken. They
Well,
probably have.
Hoboken has become an up-and-coming city. I mean, it was very, now it's high-rise.
Mhm.
It's gentrified. It's a whole different population center than it was many years ago.
Well, and Woodbridge has an entire staff dedicated to their sustainability program. And they
Right.
have like 4 or 5 people working
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
So that's, yeah.
That's, so it's more feasible. We're sort of in the middle in that regard, you know? I mean, and my question also was, do you have more hours? Or could you get more hours? You know, because that's what would be involved.
Yeah.
And I can't answer that question, only
I
you
can't
can.
either. I can't either. I mean, it would have to be approved by the council.
My guess is we need a good discussion with Ed Potosnik.
Yeah.
I mean, he may be, if he's in favor of it, we can get it done. And we need to have that kind of discussion with him, I think. And I mean, I'm in favor of it because I was there, you know, I know what it's about. But I know from the township, we need to see if it's something we want to do. I'm not, hey, let's do it. Let's do it right if we're gonna do it.
And I want to also recall Robin's idea, sustainable Franklin.
Sustainable friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also a project that we would need more staff or hours.
Well, that's
you know.
exactly what I said, yeah.
And whether it is wrapped with the leads or not, that's a separate thing. But at least having sustainable Franklin means that we have more concerted effort to.
Well, it also means changing the master plan. And that we need the master plan's coming up for renewal soon anyway.
Yes.
So it's an opportune time to look at that.
Master plan hearing scheduled for the second Wednesday in January.
Already.
Yeah.
Mark Healy reached out to me because of this committee and the other committees I work on. So he said that he is going to be sending out like a letter to all of the committees that basically says like, here's what our master plan update is going to entail, like a general, what it's going to entail. What do you recommend for changes? What planning documents do you have that might need to be updated, or ordinances? So he's going to be sending that out. So once we get that, we can respond.
So the timing is right, really.
The timing is right, but the question is, for this lead thing, are you guys thinking of trying to start this like in the immediate future or no?
Yeah, that's the only way to do it if we're gonna do it.
I guess that's the question. Is it worth doing it?
That's the question I raised. Exactly.
If I were Bob Bornlocker, I would be saying, what do you get for that $8,000?
Yeah, what do you get?
Now, much attention.
Well, $8,000 plus if they, I mean, now, so like, for example, so my contract gets renewed every January with you guys. So I think that for this year, I can't imagine they're going to be like, okay with changing it in the next few weeks because it's not budgeted for, it hasn't been thought about.
Right.
So I work with you guys like 20 hours a month.
Right.
So I think this would probably like blow that out of the
It
water.
would be another 4 or 5 hours a month for sure.
Yeah.
Either that or we do a lot of the work.
Or yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look at Walter. Walter's like
Walter's
shaking his
shaking his
head.
head
No.
Or it could be the green team.
That-
The green team right now is more township employees.
The green team is mostly township employees, but
Because
the
that's where all the data comes from.
it's right. But the problem is, and you know, Ted, from you and I working on it, we are like the herders of the green team, and unless like we put together a spreadsheet and like dictate, you do this, you do this. If you don't do that, they're not just going to willingly do it.
Well, a lot of it is, there's data where Carl Hauk is obviously the person to get the data
Right.
from.
Right.
And for Public Works.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a grid with where you needed different types of data.
So what was Maria's thought? Does anybody know? Because I know she was really invested in
She was
this.
invested in it.
Oh, she liked it?
Yeah,
She thought it
does.
was good?
I think she does.
I have to admit, I have not spent any time studying even the material that Maria got hold of.
I think we
Should.
with the master plan coming up in January, can this be brought up as a topic at their meeting?
Yeah.
And let's do it that way as well.
Do we have to do it
Maybe
this year though, is the question, or no?
No, but,
I wasn't
you-
saying we can't start working on it, but in order to participate, you need to pay the
you
$8,000.
need to get registered.
I think the 8,000 is when you're ready to have all your work approved to
Yes.
get
Oh.
certification.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There is something like 1,300 to ininitially enroll.
Yes, to make the registration. yes.
Registration.
Jeez Louise, right? That seems like a lot, doesn't it?
Well, it's like I say, it's a national recognition. The object is to have the township be attractive to people that want that kind of
Yeah,
structure in the town that they're working in.
right.
Now, we're not built out yet, so there's still room for more people to come in and do stuff. And there was Hoboken for that point, but that's part of its attractiveness, because the lead buildings are considered A space, and they get a premium rent.
Well, I guess the other question is, do you think from attending the webinar, anyone who attended it, are we able to get certification like what we have now? Or is it going to be like sustainable? Do we have to make a lot of changes in order
I don't
to?
think we've got that much change. I think a lot of the stuff that's Sustainable Jersey does are really in there already. Maybe a little massaging here and there, but a lot of that stuff is there.
I would need to really see that grid more than a flick on the screen to
Yep.
conclude what would be different, what would be the same, what.
And
how much
we
more
need
would
a
be-
side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
Really do. Whether we can get that from them to start with, that might be a question to go back to them with.
Well, so the first thing is, if this is something we really, really want to do, we need to get council to approve
Yeah.
the fee.
Well, that's where I said before about getting together with Ed. Because
that's-
Ed would
yeah.
be our champion.
That's
on it.
putting together a memo and having Ed say, I think this is great,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So after-
Ours is what? Lead cities and communities.
That's it, lead cities.
Did anyone forward you the packet that you received after the presentation?
No.
Okay. If you've got it, Stan, can you?
Let me check because my
Oh,
mailbox is.
yeah, I saw something in my email. I
I may have
didn't
it
look
also.
at it.
I may have it also.
They had prepared a summary of the meeting and sent it to us.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It was sent.
Oh, they have an on-demand course you can take too. Okay. That's good.
Paul Wessel.
Yeah, Paul, Wessel, Wessel.
Okay.
I'm seeing here, what is this? He sent it to 15 people.
Oh, maybe.
It was wonderful taking today. Attaches a copy of the slides. Okay, who was copied? You were copied.
Oh, it's on there. I wonder if it went to my
December
spam.
9.
Oh,
December
God.
9.
Okay. Is this what is this? What are they doing here?
It's Paul Wessel.
No, I know. I'm looking to see.
Title?
I see the title screen.
And there's attachments.
And links.
There's links, yeah, that's it.
All right. Wessel. Lead for cities. 1210.
Yep.
Then I have it labeled as 9.
Oh, here's YouTube.
Yeah, it's another great one because he said follow up.
Okay.
But he said follow up, I guess, on 10th.
Yep.
But the first one was on 9th. And
No,
you were copying
And I have
that.
YouTube, yeah. I don't really want to do the YouTube right now,
No,
okay.
but you
Yeah,
got it.
Well, the YouTube link is included in on December 9th as well.
I don't have anything from him on the 9th. I only have something from him on the 10th for some reason.
Have a good holiday, easy.
Have a good one, and have a safe trip.
Safe trip.
What he said on 10th, he forwarded the one from 9th and added additional stuff. So when you
Okay.
had the one from 10th, you had, well, but the one from 10th did not, he didn't reattach.
All right, I'll find it and
So
I'll
the
look through it.
attachment, you would have to look into the one that was sent on December 9th.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna have to dig through to find this.
And wouldn't it be safer if I forward it to you?
Yeah, please do that, because this is gonna be,
Good.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to, how do you want to proceed, I guess?
Yeah. It's a $1 million question.
I'll send an email next week to Ed. I mean, I'm not going to bother him until after
You
the
can either
funeral.
try to vote now, or
Yeah, I
if
don't
we
think.
don't feel comfortable, we would have to look into it, each of us, and then vote.
Yeah, then later on. Yeah, I think so.
And I think discuss with Ed Potasnik.
Oh, here it
Yes.
is. Here it is. Here's the thing. Okay. This is the checklist that was on their website. So this is the kind of stuff we have to fulfill.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to see if I can tell just by looking at it. Are my glasses fogged, or is it all of a sudden I can't see clearly? This
Yeah,
is
small
fogged, or is it
letters.
my contacts? Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Green building. Okay. So for example, right here, ecosystem assessment, that's one of the required, I don't know that we have that.
Transportation performance, what is that?
I don't
That's
know.
like buses going through, is it transportation inside the city?
Well, our transportation public doesn't exist.
Quality of life, okay, so there is quite a lot of things you can submit here, which is great. So to get certified, you need 40 points. So at the bare minimum, we need 40
Right,
points.
silver is 50.
Okay.
They were luring us that based on what we have achieved with Sustainable Jersey, we should get at least gold.
We should get at least gold with what we just have already.
Yes, but did they make thorough?
Right.
No. So
Well,
it's-
and not only that,
they're
so.
selling their product.
Right. So if we do, but here's my question, and I didn't attend, so I don't want to be the downer, but I'm just trying to say, one other thing I attended, and I attended it after the agenda went out, so I didn't get a chance to put it on there, but I attended Sustainable Jersey, had a refresher, Ted went as well.
I was there, yeah.
And you went, so they're coming out with a gold level certification, so no more gold stars. So the next round, we can get the next level, they're coming up with
And
certification.
26 will be a break, so to speak.
Yes, 26 is a break, so that's good.
Yeah.
But so my thing is this, we're gonna be working to get Sustainable Jersey Gold certification. Not that I don't want this certification, I think this is great, but is it worth paying the money and going through double time?
That's exactly
To have
the
this
whole discussion we're having
certification.
right now. Yeah.
That's my question, because the township is gonna wanna have the gold Sustainable Jersey.
Right.
That's without a doubt.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to double time it next time we.
Nobody wants to say no, that's.
Yeah, and that's free, which is wonderful. I mean, it's not free, but it takes.
It does take time. It takes hours.
I think the next step, what you said is right. Maybe we need to meet with Councilmember Potasnik and be like, what do you think about this? Is this something you think that's worth pursuing?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So this,
So maybe we'll reach out to him in later January or mid-January.
Yeah, well, the funeral is Friday,
Right.
so next week he'll be more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you're
Limbo.
2 weeks even.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe after
Limbo.
the new year.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
so I like this slide, but it's small letters, so it doesn't matter. But I forwarded it to you.
You have the good stuff you can look at.
Where he was showing what kind of categories are there, and
Which slide is it? This one, Stan, on the screen or further down?
Go down. It's a table.
Oh, it's a table. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Oh, here it is. That's the thing, yeah.
So these are the categories that came from that sheet that we were just
Yeah,
talking
so this
about.
one is just, easy to look at. What you found was probably more detailed.
What I found, this is what you basically like submit when you're going for your certification, but this is him explaining.
V4.1. So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Right.
V4.1.
So these are the categories, which is great.
Yeah, that shows categories, but it doesn't tell us, what one actually has to do to get credit.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
And when you scroll down, here's
Here's
the
the
pricing,
cost.
right? So the registration, and you have to be member if you want to get 1,350, right? So which means additional membership, I guess.
Oh, geez. So it might be 7. Well, yeah, okay.
But then, regardless whether you are a member or not, the certification review is 8,000. Yeah.
Right. So your payment due is at registration. There's and then the submit is when the rest of it's due. Okay. And I just want to see. Okay, let's see. I want to see like what Ted says. Is there like an example of like here's what you do to get points for whatever?
Well, again,
Oh, okay, December 5th So February 13th is when the application is dead. So
Opens, and
Oh.
deadline is February 13th, so we are not that pressed,
But is that the not registration, or is that the application?
Application.
for certification?
application.
It's just
Just an application.
to make a decision by February 13th, including the applying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's-
So I think yes. I think what you guys are saying. I think we need to meet with
with Ed.
Ed.
Yep.
I think we definitely need to meet with Ed and be like, what do you think about this?
Yep. I think that's the route to take.
All right, so let's give him a little bit of space for right now, and then we will reach out to him in the new year. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay. So, moving on to E, annual report.
So I got the expenditures from 2025 from Mark. So what, Mark actually, his father just passed away too,
Oh,
which is
wow.
interesting. Just passed away a few weeks ago. But he sent me the expenditures. So I'm going to start working on the annual report and putting all those numbers in and all that. So hopefully in January I'll have something for you.
Something from us?
My usual stream, collection information if you have that. But let me go through it, and then as I update it all.
Yeah. Even though I'll be in Florida, I got the computer. You
Yeah.
can go back and forth.
Perfect.
Okay. Committee reports, since Maria's not here, I don't know if we
Oh,
have.
she emailed something. Give me 1 second
Okay.
here.
It has a flu.
She has the flu,
Yep,
yeah.
Goodness.
Um,
My voice
Let
is
me
still
see.
not right.
my report on behalf of the Education Committee is the same with the workshop about compost delivered by Ellen taking place at the Senior Center on January 8th at 6:30.
Okay.
That's her only report, yep, which we know about, and that flyer has been posted on social media. It's on our website, so we're all set there.
Okay. We've really discussed the hot topics as we've gone along, I think.
Yeah.
For committees,
Anything else?
do we have the advertisement for the composting workshop out?
It's out, yep, it's
Okay,
out,
good.
yep.
Do we want to leverage Nexel?
We can ask, yeah, if you want, absolutely. Yeah, I can ask. I put it on my to-do.
Because these days people don't check Facebook and social media has become
Okay.
another garbage.
Compost it.
Yeah.
Long ago, I was peripherally involved with a big project of the Ag Experiment Station. We were composting, well, they called it porcine residue. It was basically what even a pig wouldn't eat. But in sort of big windrows, and they had a big machine to turn it, because really the key thing in composting, ideally, is to turn it as often as you can, because you want it to be aerobic.
Yeah.
If it goes anaerobic, it smells and the neighbors complain.
And anaerobic also generates methane.
It can, yeah. Mostly it's just not very much happens.
Okay. So, we'll then move into old business, the Astronomy Club, Dark Skies.
Oh, so I spoke to the astronomy club, and they want to come to our February 23rd meeting to discuss, our, what their help could be with the dark skies. So yes.
Okay. The youth member is still languishing, I presume.
I haven't heard anything about that.
And I
Nothing.
know, skip the stuff, Robin and Maria were active with.
Yeah, and that's on our website. The list of restaurants is on our website.
I was supposed to visit some of the places. Paul, you also been to that shopping mall?
Yes, I've been to Jersey Mike's and to Moe's.
Yeah, Moe's. Yeah.
Didn't get anywhere. Because, these are chains and they have managers, but they report to owners or area managers, and it's harder to do. There are some other restaurants in that complex that I think are owner operated. And that might be more of there's an Indian restaurant and there's a couple others that I hadn't hit, but those might be more amenable. The big chains, I thought I was getting somewhere with Jersey Mike's, and then they said, no, well, they do it anyway.
They just don't want to have to put it up there.
Yeah. So, but Robin and Maria made some progress along Easton Avenue and Hamilton. Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. Annual stream cleanup. You've been working on that, Stan.
Yes. I reported the inspection previously. We also decided that it will be April 11th, Sealy's Run.
Right.
Lower right Motorship Partnership, they already included it on their website, on their sheet. By the way, maybe I should include as a hot topic that I attended their annual potluck. I was the only one from here. So they had a sheet with the programs for next year, and our event was included. So,
good.
Awesome.
I met state climatologist Dave Robinson.
He lives in Canal Walk.
And his wife, Missy Hoser, she's on the board for LRWP. So I met also Matt from Kokoras. The guy who is always sending emails. What did you mean?
Well,
with
it's
this
David
report?
Robinson and Matt.
Yeah. So I met him.
He sends me questions once in a while.
Yeah. So he was there. Good for us. But back to the annual stream cleanup. So we are all set.
Good. Okay.
The usual stuff. I'm going to recycle the advertisement and just change the date.
Sure.
And,
Okay.
That works.
So what's the date for the cleanup?
April 11th.
April 11th.
Saturday.
April 11th. Okay, that's good to know.
It was mentioned in one of the previous reports, so I want this to sound like news, We don't have rain date,
No.
Maybe we should.
Up to you if you want.
It's your option.
And if you can just get me those numbers from last year, Stan, too, just as a reminder.
Yes,
since we're talking about it.
I made a note, so.
Yeah, that'll be in the annual report.
April 11th, yes, that'll be definitely in the annual report.
Okay.
Okay.
So if there's no other old business, I'll open the floor ask for a motion to open the floor to public comment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jenny, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah, I was thinking of this when you had the zoning plans up. I'm wondering if you guys want to think about having an ordinance that prevents new plants from planting anything that's considered invasive. There is like a law that's trying to get passed through for the state to have like a prohibited plants list. And I looked it up while I was sitting here. It's S1029 Invasive Species Management Act, which has been passed in the Senate. But it's going to take some time for that to have like any actual effect. So I don't know, maybe you want to think about having an ordinance. There's already a prohibited plant list that's like pretty trusted, that's out.
You know, it's really nurseries, it's really aimed at nurseries.
Yeah.
Just tell them not to sell certain plants and, you know, as long as they have enough warning, they are not opposed. But there's concern that there hasn't even been a committee meeting on it in the assembly, so it's rather doubtful whether it'll get passed this year.
Yeah.
They'd have to start all over again.
Yeah, and I'm kind of thinking like maybe there should be something in town that prevents like new landscaping from planting anything that is invasive. I didn't see the plant species that was here, but I've definitely been here where like they've had plans where the species they've listed, like there are species that are on the do not plant list for New Jersey, and have been invasive.
Yeah, that list could be incorporated into the checklist.
I know the Shade Tree Commission has a list of recommended plants, but I have to go through and see if it's exactly what plants are on there. That's why I have to go through.
Unrecommended plants like calorie pear.
Right, that's the thing. What do they have on there exactly is what I need to find out.
So the process would be that we would pass a resolution to recommend.
To the Shade Tree Commission, that would be their area.
Could we pass an ordinance, like potentially that
Well, the
would
council would do it.
prohibit plants? Like, what is the process for that? Would you guys have to write it? Because I'd be happy to work on that a little.
So what we would typically do, we would start with a sample. We say that we do have a sample, and we would, correct me if I'm wrong, we would formulate it into resolution. And
We would formulate into a memo that goes to our
Memo.
township attorney with exactly what we want to see in the ordinance.
Okay, so
Yes.
we can actually make a proposal for it. That's what you're saying.
Correct,
Okay,
yep.
Okay, fine. Then hopefully council will pass it.
Okay.
Well, it's through the liaison, because we would assume that Ed would bring it up. Yeah.
So could I work on something like that?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
just do it in, like I said, in the form of a memo. They don't want it written, like, because we have done that in the past where we've written like an actual ordinance,
Whereas,
language, and they
yeah.
don't want that.
Do you have any examples that you could send?
Yeah,
me?
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, I can
cool.
send you one of our previous memos.
Even though you're going to Ormond, you're still gonna be able to come to the meetings?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping that I'll be able to come to some of them. I was looking for a job closer to home because I wanted to still be a part of things at home. Yeah, but I'm also not moving there until the first weekend or the last weekend of January, I guess. Yeah, I have some time, month and a half.
Okay. So, that completes our public, motion to close the public.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. So move to close.
Move to close, all in favor, aye? Okay.
Aye.
Motion to adjourn?
It's
Adjourn.